whole job is taking famous people to high-stakes games, as if he would ever do something to one of them. You might be wondering why we just disappeared a couple of weeks ago. Maybe you're even a little mad about it. Well, we had this family meeting, and my dad explained the misunderstanding that happened at work. It was pretty bad. The meeting, I mean. No one likes family meetings, unless they're about where to go on holiday. Even then, they're not that fun in our family, because my sister hates sunshine and joy. But this meeting was extra bad. My mom didn't speak the whole time. My dad said he had to go away for a while because of the misunderstandings and false accusations, but he promised it would all work out and that we should follow his rule number 2 for having a lucky life. Look for the upside. As you know, my dad's English accent always makes him sound like he knows what he's talking about and like you can trust him. My mom and Kate were so upset we didn't really finish our terrible family meeting, which was a relief. But right after, like the same day, my mom made me and Kate pack up our stuff and she drove us here. And my dad went to a treatment center for people who are having problems, like being addicted to drugs or gambling, which is quite sardonic, I think that's the word, seeing as he's a professional poker player and gambling is sort of his job, or it used to be. I guess in his case, he's staying there to help with how it feels to be misunderstood, for being funny and friendly, and maybe giving a few too many hugs to celebrities who aren't used to being touched, so they accuse you of taking liberties and ruin your whole life and the lives of your children. You might not even know where we are, since you aren't reading my messages. My mom and sister and I moved to my mom's cousin's house in Stony Butte, Arizona, to get away from everything for a while. We have been here for 2 weeks now, and today is the first day of 6th grade. Even though our school in Vegas, Circle Square, has its issues, such as too much talking about what color our feelings are, it's about 1,000 times better than Stony Butte Elementary, at least so far. I'm writing this on my lunch break, so maybe things will get better? I wore my Doug Stokes shirt. Remember when we got those? Anyway, I thought people might notice it, but so far nothing. Probably should have worn my Van Johnson shirt. I was going to save that t-shirt for tomorrow. Okay, well, you'll probably never read this, but even so, I hope your first day was good. I don't want to say I miss you, and Trelawney, and Emily, and Monty, the whole first name ends with a Y Circle Square gang, because that would be embarrassing, but I do sort of wish I was there. Keep it casual. Rodney. 2. Hey, Larry. Okay, so I have to tell you about the afternoon. If the first morning at Stony Butte was lame, the first afternoon was whatever is a lot worse than lame. Here's the deal. I know you'll appreciate this. Like I said before, I wore my Doug Stokes t-shirt. Remember how when we showed up at Circle Square last year with our Doug Stokes shirts, everyone was impressed, and they wanted to hear about how he came to my house for a pool party and a barbecue, and you and your mom were there, and we got some major points for that? So I was happy when the kid who sat next to me in homeroom noticed my shirt after lunch. "Who's that?" he asked, after staring at the big picture of Doug's face. "Doug Stokes," I said. I thought he would say awesome or ask where I got it. I was ready to tell him how Doug was a nice guy, even though my dad said that for a smart guy, he's terrible at poker, and how my friend Larry and I went to a taping of his show. I hoped that would give me a chance to get the conversation going so I could implement rule number 4 for living a lucky life. Learn about people. I was relying on my Doug shirt to get things rolling. "Who's Doug Smokes?" asked the kid. He is massive and has dark hair in a flat-top brush cut. He looks like he might ride BMX.